Hello everyone, I'm back, and today we are going to be looking at this strobe that I finally got working. Now, you may have seen the first video of it. This was on a Whirl Alarms bell box. Now, what it was, the bell box was all cracked and smashed up, and this strobe was hanging down by wire for quite a while. I see it when I walk past. And anyway, about 2 years ago it was started to hang by wire, and over the course of the 2 years of it doing that, the wire finally snapped there. So of course I picked it up and took it home with me, unbolted it from the little piece of plastic it was still bolted to, and of course couldn't test it. So I took it apart and soldered new wires to it. Now I don't know if that's the proper way to do it, but this is what I done. I put a screwdriver below this glass cap thing and levered it off, and then the circuit board just pulls out. But there was also a piece of glue there which was holding in the remaining wire, so that's the waterproof around that hole. So I had to peel that off to take it out fully. So of course soldered the new wires on after I'd just held them to the circuit board to check the polarity. Then soldered them on, thread it through this black thing, clip the cap back on and put more glue around the hole to hold it, and so it's waterproof. Now I think this was a blue strobe, but as it was on the top of the bell box, I think over the years the sun has faded out the blue, because you can see an element of blue there, but it's more or less clear now. So yeah, this is just a piece of scrap wire I had that I've used. So I'll be doing a demo of it now. Now I've got it working after all these years. Probably its first flash since the 1990s. So anyway, you get 2 bolts which you use to secure it down, and a seal. I'll explain that later. So what you do, you drill your holes in the bell box or wherever you wanted to fix it down, and once you've done that, you'd get the 2 ends of the wires from the strobe and you'd thread them through that hole like that of this seal, so it goes on like that. So that now when that's pressed down, it waterproofs more or less the bottom of the strobe, just to stop excess water getting in. And then we use the bolts. Now I can't put these on properly because I've got no power tools to hand, well, wrench or pliers, but I can turn them on a little bit with my finger. Because then you'd use these to fix the strobe down to whatever you wanted to use it on. So I tried online to find some instructions on how to take it apart, but I couldn't, because obviously the strobe's about 30 years old, and so there was nothing online about how to take apart xenon strobes of this kind. Anyway, they were all disco strobes, but I managed to do it in the end. And like I said, it is xenon. You can see the tube there. The LED ones are nothing compared to these. These are brilliant, these, and they're still made. They go for Amazon, 20 quid a nicker, 20 quid a piece. So anyway, they are expensive, so I was pleased to get this one working. Now this isn't my favourite type though, because there is 2 types of ways of fixing these. There's the type that have a hole in the middle for the cable and 2 nuts and bolts at the end to fix it down, this type. And then there's a type that has the cable coming out, and out of it as well there's a little I don't know what you'd call it, little screw thing to screw it down in the middle, so you get the cable and the screw thing in one instead of 3 separate things. So you only need to drill 1 hole instead of 3, so it's a lot easier. I prefer that kind, and most of my bell boxes do have that kind mounted to them. But anyway, I've got this, so I'm just glad I've got it working. So let's do a little demo of it. Put it there. I'll put it like that actually. started to go then. Right, we've now got the strobe flashing. So obviously this is what it would look like when it was on the alarm box. It'd be flashing like this. I'll turn the lights out actually so you can see what it looks like, but it is day, so it's not going to be completely dark. That's what it looks like. So yeah, it'd keep going as well, though there's one thing. When the siren or bell had stopped in the bell box, the strobe would continue to flash to alert everyone the system was still in alarm mode. So anyway, that's this lovely little strobe for you. So another part for my spares bag, so I can use it on whatever I wish, or whatever project or anything. You know, just a nice little thing, nice to get as a freebie as I walked home from school. Restored to its original condition and with a new wire fitted as the old one had snapped off. So thanks for watching and bye bye.